We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Covenant Christian High School. We have a doubleheader for you tonight. It's Covenant Christian and Speedway. The Warriors coming into tonight's matchup at 3-4 on the season. The Sparkplugs of Speedway at 2-3. High school basketball on IndianaSRN is brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955 with 5 central Indiana locations. Reynolds meets all your equipment, parts, and service needs. Boilermaker Local 374, representing skilled workers across Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Burtner Electric, spark with confidence, your trusted electrician partners since 1986. Wheeler Mission, helping our neighbors in need since 1893, thanks to generous, caring individuals like you. Morales Group Staffing, building better futures one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. LifeWise Academy. LifeWise Academy brings Bible education to public school students during school hours. Learn more at lifewise.org. LIUNA, the Build America Union, 500,000 strong, fighting for better wages, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. And the IndianaSRN sports page. From the court to the field, IndianaSRN brings it home. Daily information, coast to coast, and border to border. Great to have you with us. In fact, we've already begun our coverage of girls high school basketball here on IndianaSRN. And tonight, doubleheader, girls and boys headed your way. Troy Dergowski along with Coach Keith Myers. Great to have you with us here at Andrew Smith Court. We're really gearing up for a big season on IndianaSRN, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be fun from a standpoint is that, yes, the crowd even behind us coming right in. We're going to have a lot of games on tap this year. We were in Brownsburg on Saturday, tonight here at Covenant Christian, and should be a great matchup. Two teams I think are still trying to find their way early. A lot of unanswered questions so far this season.
Plus, we have 2 other games going on in the network. We got a crew down at Seymour, and we got a crew at Washington as well. So high school basketball is live and well. Yeah, you talk about girls basketball. They've already played 3 weeks, Troy.
Yeah.
Most teams have 6 to 8 games in already. They go on Christmas break. When they come back, they may have 4 games left before the tournament's over. So this is a quick, condensed season, so you got to get on that winning streak, and you got to be really on that same page. Both teams, if you look on paper, are struggling a little bit with this ball game.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Let's go ahead and talk about this Speedway team that come in at 2-3 on the season, and when you look at some of the teams they played early, it's been a pretty tough schedule for them. The glaring issue that you have already with the Sparkplugs coach is how many turnovers they commit per game. They're up to 26 per game. They got to find a way to cut that down.
Averaging 26 turnovers and 27 rebounds. That doesn't make much sense to me. Averaging 41 points a game. Foul-wise, they're not fouling much. They average only 11, so that's a good thing. That means the game has gotten a little bit better, or we haven't had officials that are calling the ticky-tack fouls that they used to. All in all, but the blocks 1.2, the assists at 16. So it looks like they got a nucleus. They just haven't put it all together to really make a solid game for any of those opponents yet.
You know, what surprised me most about them is the look. When you look at their roster, all the 6-footers they have on this team. I mean, size-wise, you generally aren't going to have 4 girls that are 6 foot plus.
When you're taller than the coach,
yeah,
makes something for you, right?
Yeah.
That height. So how do they use that height? Are they young? Have they, really gelled together after 5 games? It looks like they're not gelling quite yet. But, Joe Smith, who has had some experience, won a semi-state with this Covenant Christian team back in the day. He'll put it together. They'll be all right by the end of the year.
Well, they have a couple of key players back from a year ago. In fact, both players this year averaging around 14 points per game, so it isn't like they don't have some key players to go to in tonight's game.
Well, he's got his daughter as the assistant coach, so she'll get that all lined up.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. On the other side, Covenant Christian, they're 3-4. They're struggling a little bit as well.
Yeah. Tell you what, we're going to come back. We'll talk about the Warriors coming up next. They're at home, and that's the good news for them. But again, they're off to a slow start as well. We'll do that next right here on IndianaSRN.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We're back once again here at Covenant Christian. Thanks for being with us. And let's talk about this Warrior basketball team, Coach. In 7 games, scoring has been an issue, only averaging 38.8 points per game.
Yeah, that's what your stat says, 38.8. Mine says 32.6. So I must have – you must have not given him any – I must have not given him as many points. 25 rebounds a game, 8 assists, 9 steals, 1 block, 16 turnovers, and 12 fouls. I think shooting-wise they'll be okay. Defense, and with the height that Speedway has, that could be a big factor for Speedway tonight if their bigs can do well. They got some kids that played last year that came back. You look at the Crane kid, the flat young lady's really good as well. And then his daughter, the niece kid, plays very well too. So they're very well balanced. 3-4 at this time of year, it's better than 0-7 is the way I look at it.
No doubt about it, and they're going to have to play well here tonight, though, as they play, again, a much bigger team and a team that has played probably a little better schedule than Covenant Christian has so far this season. When we come back, we will have the starting lineups, the tip-off right around the corner here on IndianaSRN.
Let's afford the student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans the respect they deserve. Your cooperation is appreciated. Please enjoy the game. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please rise and remove your hat?
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Rendition of the national anthem played here at Covenant Christian High School. Want to remind you that tonight's broadcast is a copyright production of IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association, and use of audio or video without the express written permission of those 2 entities is strictly prohibited. Time to go to the public address announcer for tonight's starting lineups.
Banners are Raptors with the 2016 that led to the state championship game. Let's give a big round of applause to head coach Joe Smith. All right, let's meet the ladies Spark Club starters. A 5'11" junior, number 3, Addie Smith. A 6-foot sophomore, number 11. A 5'10" sophomore, number 12, Aubrey Wood. A 5'8" freshman, number 31, Katie Taylor. And a 6'1" senior in the middle, number 32, Katie Quinn. And now for your Covenant Christian Warriors. The 5'8" senior guard, number 13, Jenna Rademacher. The 5'8" junior guard, number 3, Emma Drain. The 5'5" junior guard, number 30, Gabby Hughes. And a 5'6" sniper with the birthday, number 25, Abby Jankowski. And finally in the middle, a 5'8" senior, number 15, Eddie Flax.
All right, they're your starters for both teams here tonight, and we turn things back over to Coach for keys to the game.
Well, thank you very much, Troy. The keys to the game for Speedway, the control tempo and force Covenant Christian into a half-court offense. Stay outside the perimeter and defensive limit. Look at their play defense called for the screen. Attack the paint and win the rebound battles for Covenant Christian. Protect the basketball. Limit your turnovers to 20. I don't know what about that, but that's incredible. Affect ball movement. Shoot high percentage shots and rotate. And the key here is communications. I have this game a 6-point game. I won't tell you who I've predicted, but I'll let you know when the game is over.
Yeah, and that means that he'll pick the team that won and say, I told you so. So here we go as Speedway has the basketball.
You know me too well.
I do. I've known you long enough to know that anytime you predict, you wait until after the game, as that will go out of bounds. A turnover for Speedway, we mentioned earlier, averaging 26 turnovers per game. There's number 1. So for the first time, Covenant Christian with the basketball, averaging just under 39 points per game. Ball loose on the floor. Rademacher able to get it to her teammate Jankowski. As you see, Speedway forcing a turnover, so a turnover both ways. Spark plugs back the other way, missed shot by Haberman Smith. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Spark plugs. Metallic along with Clampett, Haberman Smith, Taylor, and Loyal starting for Speedway. And again, Emmy Flatt, Jankowski, Crane, Rademacher, and Neitz for Covenant Christian. Ball loose on the floor, and another turnover for Speedway. Entry pass against that zone defense, and almost another turnover. Rademacher was able to get that basketball, but looks like we're going to have a traveling call after back-to-back turnovers each way. So now you're talking about 2 for Covenant, 3 for Speedway.
Little sloppy early.
I would say so. Normally, most coaches will drive them nuts.
Yes.
The unforced turnovers. As you look at Neitz on the drive, and there's number 3 for Covenant, and a foul in the backcourt, which is never good. Emmy Flatt will pick up her first. Flatt leads the team in scoring at 9 per game. She also leads the team in rebounding at 7 rebounds per contest. Jankowski is at 8 and 3 on the season. So nobody's scoring in double figures for Covenant, and certainly that gives you a pretty good idea that they only average about 39 points per game. Now, defensively, they're not bad, also at 39 points per game. Entry pass was almost stolen away. Good deflection there by Jankowski. We will follow this game with a boys' game, opening night for those two teams in the boys' schedule. That one goes into the backcourt, and that's going to be another turnover. 4 turnovers already for Speedway. They're going to have a really tough time getting to 41, which is what they average. They give up 56 per game, but they may not get to either one of those here tonight.
If we look at the turnovers and it's a 4-3, I wish I had 4 on the scoreboard.
No kidding. Shot is on the way, rims in and out. As Neitz can't get it to fall, we'll head back the other way. Still no score, and we're almost 2 minutes into this contest. Good look at Metelic. The drive, a whistle, and a foul, and we'll go to the free throw line for the first time. Maddie Metelic at 14.4 points and 7.2 rebounds per game. Foul's going to go against Emmy Flatt. That's going to be
second.
2. Yeah, so 2 big fouls on your leading scorer and rebounder.
That's not good.
Metelic, just a sophomore. This is really a relatively young team. When you look at Speedway, she's a sophomore. You have Taylor as a freshman. Loyal is a sophomore as well, as the first free throw is good. Champion is a sophomore. Noblet is a sophomore. Tinky's a sophomore. And then Stone and Wilkerson both are freshmen. That, of course, for Speedway. Second free throw is good, and our first points on the board.
And took us almost 2 minutes to get him on the board.
A little zone trap here by the Sparkplugs with Emmy Flatt out of the lineup, and there's the 4th turnover now for Covenant. Both teams, again, very sloppy with the basketball. That's number 5 now for Speedway. And back the other way we go, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay here. I think that the giving season is
already started
early.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's Thanksgiving.
Well, it's supposed to wait till afterwards, and then you can give, because it's.
I would have thought you give baskets or like pumpkins, and well, you look at the basketball. It's called a pumpkin.
It is, yeah,
and it is baskets, so
and it is orange.
They're in the season.
They are. Here's a 3 from the top, no good by Jankowski. Rebound Speedway will head the other way. That was Clampett with the rebound, averaging near 6 per game.
Covenant Christian's not afraid to throw the 3-pointer up there.
There's a shot from the left wing. It is good, and it's now 4-0. Ball goes into the backcourt. By the way, that last shot by Metelic. And another turnover by Covenant. That is now 5. We have played 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and Coach, we have a combined 10 turnovers. I know you don't need to say anything. So it'll be Sparkplugs ball A 4-0 lead in his zone defense, and the pass inside, layup good by Clamp at her first 2, averaging 9 per game. Boy, and the Warriors need something positive here. And they almost threw it away again as Izzy Flatt has entered the lineup, and the pass inside, layup good by Rademacher. And they finally get on the board under the 5-minute mark. They stay in that zone defense. Here's a 3 on the way, and it is good. 9-2 your score. And by the way, that 3 made by Metallic, she now has 7 of the 9. So now the Warriors down by 7 with the basketball, and they're playing again without their leading scorer. So who's going to step up? They'll swing the ball to the left side, and Neitz will shoot a air ball. And Speedway quickly down the floor. Layup good by Clampett. Give the assist to Metallic. Now the biggest lead of the ball game at 9. Covenant will get it to Neitz once again. The kick out. Rademacher gives it up as well. And a dangerous pass. Ball into the backcourt. And it goes out of play, and they're going to say it will be Speedway basketball. So that is 6 turnovers now by Covenant Christian.
I have unofficially 12 points, 4 for Clampett, 6-8 for Metallic.
Should be 7.
So her first one was at 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way,
I apologize.
Another substitution for Covenant. Looks like Isla Hafner has stepped into the lineup. Speedway now with 6 turnovers.
Both teams have 6. That was a very long conversation to give the ball back to which way they pointed.
Yeah.
That's Rick Knight there refereeing tonight, folks, from Beech Grove, Indiana.
There's that zone trap, a 1-3-1 zone trap. Looks like Vera Bonser is in number 40 now for Covenant. The quick release, and the bucket is good. That's going to be Neitz off the right side, averaging just 3 per game. So she has now matched her season average. As you see, Metallic pull-up jumper from 14, able to get the offensive rebound. Pull-up jumper again, can't get the roll. Battle for the loose basketball in the lane, and it's going to go back to Speedway, but a reaching foul may be called before the possession of the ball went to Speedway. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in Indiana. Give them a call, 317-849-0810. That last foul was called on Jankowski, her first. We'll head the other way at 3:14 and counting in the opening quarter. Here's Crane. They do love to shoot that 3, but so far, Speedway's done a nice job covering it to the outside as Izzy Flatt comes up short. And Metallic will bring the ball to the top of the key.
As a sophomore, she plays pretty well.
They don't really appear, speaking of the Sparkplugs, to have that one natural point guard. The entry pass down low and losing her balance is Clampett. Just kind of threw that one up. We'll call that one a shot attempt. And we have a foul push from behind. And that'll go against the Sparkplugs. They got number 31, Katie Taylor, the freshman. And that'll be her first. 3 team fouls by Covenant, only 2 by Speedway here in the opening period of play. The entry and the quick release on 3, no good by Jankowski. Offensive rebound put back, no by Emma Crane. And here come the Sparkplugs. Wasting no time getting into the half court. Wide open underneath and missing a bunny. And Speedway had a chance to go up 13-5, and that pass knocked out of bounds by Metallic.
Seems like the offense here, you got to run, got to go to the ball. You have to run to the ball, not wait on the ball.
Aubrey Loyal back in. By the way, that last shot was missed by Gracie Tinky, a 5'4" sophomore. She wears number 21. Tinky stays in, and they'll play a 2-3 zone. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining. Pass down low, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Warriors. This is already the 8th game for Covenant Christian Speedway, playing game number 6 here in the early portion of their schedule. In that zone, staying in a 2-3. They did collapse on it. Shots missed. And we'll head the other way. Speedway will have it metallic. By the way, for Covenant, they're going to stay in their man-to-man, which is interesting with the fouls they've accumulated already, and that'll be another one, and that will send Katie Taylor to the line for 2. That's going to go against Emma Crane. That will be her first, the 4th team foul, and again, Katie Taylor at the line. This is a Speedway team that shoots at just 38%, but get this, they don't shoot many threes, and they probably shouldn't. So far, just a 12% three-point average in this early portion.
Yeah, I would advise to wait until they get their shots going. She misses both free throws.
Rebound pulled down by Izzy Flatt. Here come the Warriors. Down by 6. Trap turnover. Number 7. Fast break back the other way, and the layup is good. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. That last shot by Katie Taylor, it goes in. And we have a full timeout. 13-5 your score.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Your business depends on quality, efficiency, and reliability. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we help you stay ahead with John Deere commercial mowers built for performance. Whether you're maintaining parks, businesses, or neighborhood lawns, you need equipment that works as hard as you do. With expert service, flexible financing, and the best lineup of mowers in the industry, Reynolds keeps your operation running strong. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Beatty Insurance, a company that understands your industry and what's on the line for you. Call Lance at Beatty Insurance, 812-522-5640. Speedway on top by 8 here in the opening quarter. They'll go back to that zone trap once again. Bonser stays in as one of the guards. Once they beat that trap, they're going to get a wide open 3 from the left side. Rims in and out as Hafner can't get it to go. They're one and done. Sparkplugs try to go up here in double digits. Metallic almost throws it away. The spin there by Loyal, and they do. 7 turnovers now. Back the other way we go. And the layup is missed. Offensive rebound by Covenant. They'll keep the ball. Well, they got to hit those close-in shots when you get the chance. Baseline shot, in and out. Izzy Flatt can't get it. And the Sparkplugs will take over as we are under 40 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Metallic will find Clampett. Clock down to 30. No hurry here, and unfortunately, they turn it over again. That is now 8 turnovers by Speedway. I think their biggest problem is, and I think you might agree, they just don't have a point guard.
And I think they're going too fast. Slow down.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a point guard. Play that last foul called on number 11, Metallic, and that'll be her first. And you can tell if your team, and we know now we've seen Speedway, If you don't have a point guard, you can see why they turn the ball over as much as they do. They're going to stay in that 2-3 zone. They're really forcing Covenant way out beyond the three-point line. In the lane is Flat. They'll work it right side. 3 no good. Long rebound. We'll go to the spark plugs. Metallic down the lane. Throws it up at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. After one, Speedway on top 13-5.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
High school basketball in IndianaSRN brought to you in part by Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in Indiana. Whether it's a new build, upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Local 374 to get the job done right the first time.
How do you like our new graphic?
Where is it?
Our little scoreboard down here. Isn't that sharp?
Is that new?
That's new. That's a new graphic.
I didn't know that.
That's Jerry Collins' hard work over the offseason.
See, I'm so focused on the game, I don't know all the stuff around
Well,
it.
I'm telling you, people comment our stuff on our graphics.
All right, Covenant only 5 points in that opening quarter as they work against the zone once again. Going to have to find a way to get Emmy Flat going offensively, and that one's way off.
Why would you settle for that shot?
Maybe because you've been cold early and they're trying to find something. As you see Metallic looking down low, and that's going to be a traveling call. They got Haberman Smith. That's number 9. Now I got a question then for you. You catch.
Yes.
You turn in the lane.
Yes.
Why don't you just pull up shot?
Well, that's good. That's good coaching.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. You want to go back and coach?
No.
Okay.
13-5 is your score. Down on the baseline and a whistle and a foul.
I like that. Go aggressively to the hoop.
Izzy Flat will go to the free throw line for 2. They got 32 Clampett, am I right? Well, actually, it stands first on Clampett.
See, I have her for 2. I'm mistaken.
For the first time tonight, Covenant at the line, and they're 0 for 1. I thought she had 2 as well. We'll check that, of course.
At halftime.
Second free throw by Izzy Flat, averaging 4 per game. It had to go 15, it went 14. So Speedway takes over with an 8-point lead.
Someone must have opened up a window.
Yeah, it was blowing strong. Metallic trapped up front. I think right now for Covenant, they're trying to pick up the intensity on their defense and force more turnovers, and there's another one. The step through that time by Loyal. They are now in double digits in turnovers. So now Covenant. Boy, look at that zone. It has extended at the volleyball line.
I think Coach Smith thinking if they can't hit layups, we'll just force them to make sure that they do their best.
And
there's 7, 8.
There's 8, yep. Your numbers, you are very good at math.
Thank you.
Something I've noticed this, in fact, for years, how good you are at math. 13-5 your score. Ball squirts loose. Metallic throws it on the high post. They go high-low. Shot missed, and then sneaking in there will be Clampett for points 5 and 6. 13-5 your score. Here's a 3 from the wing. It is good. Jankowski on the board for the first time tonight. And boy, they needed that. Only their third bucket here in the first half. Metallic back the other way. The 3 is an air ball by Loyal, and we've got a rebounding foul against the Sparkplugs. Going to go against number 3, I do believe. That's Haberman Smith.
That's her second.
Yep, so they get 2 on her. Well, we mentioned a little bit ago, Speedway as a team only shooting 38% overall. Covenant Christian at 31, but Speedway only 12% from three-point range, and there's another turnover. That'll be number 9 now, and why not give it right back? That is number 11 for Speedway. Are either of these two coaches bald?
They will be by the end of the night.
Yeah. The drive in the lane, hard off the glass, as Emma Crane can't get it to fall. Speedway in transition, though they really don't move very fast, and they're going to turn it over again. That's number 12. Here come the Warriors back the other way. The spin in the lane, that's missed, as Jankowski can't get it to fall. Sparkplugs back the other way, and instead of throwing it to one of her teammates, she throws it to the coach.
You got to shoot the ball when you get the ball like that.
The coach?
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, that's a great bounce pass.
So Covenant, it has been a rather ugly first half for both these teams. That's off the glass and good. Rademacher now has 4. She leads Covenant in scoring. Still not out of it. You're down by 7, so you've been blessed by the amount of turnovers that Speedway has had, and there's another one. That's number 14. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper have been the trusted partners for inventory management, warehouse fulfillment, and transportation. Give Piper a call, 317-396-1023. 14 turnovers by Speedway, and there's 10 now the other way. And on the break, we have a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Speedway, but they lose the arrow. They get charged a turnover. So a substitution now, as we'll see Bonser come back in, just a sophomore, averaging 2 points per game. Off the inbound, slapped away. Good hands there by Izzy Flatt. Nope, they're going to say it's a turnover. Speedway.
I have him for 15.
16. Because I gave him a turnover because he lost possession arrow.
Okay.
This is a tough stat crew we have here.
Okay.
Nice crossover. Baseline shot, no good by Flatt. And one and done for Covenant. That is Metallic across the timeline. The high screen, and they almost throw it away again. Tight-roping the half-court line.
We worked too long together.
The drive and another turnover. Nope, they're going to say it stays here.
Oh.
Well, we have 25 points, and we have 26 turnovers. Off the inbound, turning and shooting is Clampett, now has 8. Averages 9.4 per game. So now Covenant down by 7, another turnover. The steal, Metallic, layup good. 11 turnovers by Covenant. Now they're down by 9. The shot on the way is no good by Bonser. They're one and done again. Metallic looking inside, and the ball comes loose again. We have a jump ball, And this will go in favor of Covenant, so Speedway turns it over again. That's now 17 turnovers. At some point, Emmy Flatt will have to get going for Covenant Christian. They're down by 9. She went out early with those 2 fouls. She averages 9 per game.
She hasn't came back since then, has she?
No, she has not. Good ball movement, wide open on the wing. It's good once again, and Jankowski hits number 2. And she now has 6, and the lead down to 6. It's amazing at this stage you're only down by 2
You're still in the game.
Yeah. Metallic almost turned it over again. They do. And the ball goes out of bounds, but that's going to be the 18th turnover by Speedway. Coach, at this stage, they're going to get past 26 easily.
Can I predict 30?
At least.
Okay.
So now Covenant basketball, and they're trying to match them in turnovers. And then Speedway gives it right back. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Warriors.
And I understand it's game 6. It's 7, game 5. But this is not good.
No. Yeah. And let's be honest. Yeah, 8 and 6. But you really should cut these turnovers down by now. You might start out at 26 and you might start out at 18 or whatever Covenant is, but you got to find a way to get those down. Basket good. Izzy Flatt on the board, and another turnover. Back the other way, fast break, layup no good by Rademacher. 20 first half turnovers now by Speedway, and that's a foul in the backcourt for the Warriors. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Dynamark Graphics Group. Dynamark, your one-stop shop for print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. They've been serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Give them a call. 317-328-2555. Rademacher picked up that last foul. Only 2 fouls now on Speedway, but boy, they just can't hold on to the ball. As a 4-point deficit now for Covenant. Almost a steal. The drive, the right-hand shot, good, and it's Jankowski with 8. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-point ball game.
Oh, my goodness.
Speedway just cannot hold on to the ball, and they turn it over again.
That's not over and back.
Yeah, it's not, because it was touched.
It was touched. It was muffed. Got a full timeout, Speedway.
But it has to go to a turnover. Timeout on the floor. Speedway leads it by 2.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines?
Your kid's Friday night touchdown. Just Wit HD on Roku. IndianaSRN is bringing Central Indiana high school sports right to your living room in crystal clear quality. With over 350 live contests streaming each year, from football under the lights to basketball buzzer beaters, we're putting local athletes in the spotlight. Search IndianaSRN on your Roku device today and never miss a moment of hometown glory.
Back here at Covenant, 19-17, your score.
Okay, we talked about it during the timeout.
Yeah.
And I was right.
The ball was tipped by Covenant. The girl from Speedway ends up touching the ball,
but
possession,
but never
in
controlled
the
the
front
ball.
court,
But-
and then dropped it into the back court. That is
But
over
never
and back.
controlled the court.
We don't know that.
Whose ball is it?
It's Covenant.
There.
19-17, chance to take the lead or even tie the ball game. Shot missed down low. Rademacher was at number 11, actually Izzy Flat. Speedway has gone a long time without getting points on the board. The spin, the drive, and a foul from behind, and that's going to put Aubrey Loyal at the line. It is a 7-0 run put together by Covenant. And now Aubrey Loyal at the line. That foul called on Jankowski, that's her second. First point tonight by Loyal, averaging 1.5. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Risk Work. We make people feel safe. We'll protect your business. You live safe, and we've got you covered. Give Risk Work a call, 317-379-6755. By the way, Jankowski coming out. She'll get a blow here. Second free throw, no good. Jankowski leading Covenant in scoring with 8. And there's another turnover. Back the other way we go. And what do we got? One referee on this side, which is not his call, was about ready to call an offensive foul. But the official that was closest to it did call a block. Looks like they got Rademacher for number 2. 3 fouls on Covenant, 2 on Speedway. The lob. Here's a 3 from the right side, and good. That's Grace Tinky on the board. The 5-4, they're going to call it a 2 instead of a 3. Shot back the other way is no good. Ball loose, turnover, Speedway. 2-on-1 break. The drive down the lane, no good once again, as Covenant unable to take advantage. They are up 2-1, and there's another travel against Metallic. They now have 24 turnovers in the first half.
They average 26, folks. I think they'll get their average.
I think they will. And they might do it still here in the first half. The entry down low. Shot's going to be missed by Izzy Flat. And boy, they've missed a lot of shots in close. And another turnover. Double dribble. That's 25.
Stick with us at halftime. We're going to join the public address announcer. They're going to have some half-count shots of different teams. Like a tennis team has to hit the tennis ball as a three-pointer, and so stay with that.
Ball stripped, turnover the other way. And that's going to do it. Almost another travel if the clock may have saved her right there. A turnover-filled first half. Coach, there's no doubt about it. You got to find a way to hold on to the basketball. But if you're Covenant, you're feeling pretty good. You're only down by 5.
You're in the game.
Which is hard to believe.
Yeah, I mean, you've had 13 turnovers yourself. So, yeah, very, very, very interesting first half.
All right, we'll come back. Halftime is on the way. We'll run down some scores coming up as well. 22-17, Speedway on top.
At Risk Work, we're Team Indiana through and through. From coaching youth basketball to protecting critical infrastructure. Like our partners at IndianaSRN, we invest in people first. That same grit and leadership on the court drives our work in cybersecurity. We help businesses stay secure, resilient, and ready with no guesswork. If you can trust us to protect the grid, you can surely trust us to protect your Indiana business.
It's game day, a time to focus on the excitement and not to worry about your insurance coverage. With Indiana Farmers Insurance by your side, you can step onto the field or into the bleachers with true peace of mind, knowing your coverage is handled by local agents who care about your business, your auto, your home, and your farm as much as you do. Local insurance, local agents, here for you. Now that's what we call teamwork.
Covenant Athletics would like to thank our corporate sponsor, Chick-fil-A of Avon. Order on the app and skip the lines. Download the Chick-fil-A one today. Upcoming events for your Warrior Athletics. Monday night, freshman boys basketball team will be in action. That's December 1st at 6 p.m. at Sheridan High School. On Thursday, December 4th, boys varsity and JV will both be in action at this 11 at 11. JV starts at 6, varsity at 7:30. And then Friday night, our girls basketball are back here. That's Friday, December 5th against Cecina Memorial at Cecina. Swimming and diving will be participating in the city championships at Pike High School on Saturday, December 13th. You can stay up to date with all these Covenant sports at www.covenantathletics.org. Get stats, results, and athletic articles on each sport at CCHS. Also follow the Warriors on X and Instagram at athletics for CCHS. Stay informed on the web and on social media.
Back here at Covenant Christian, 22-17, your halftime score. Here the leading scorers. First off, Covenant Christian led by Abby Jankowski with 8. Jenna Rademacher with 4. 3 points by Gabby Neitz. 2 points by Izzy Flatt. By the way, Emmy Flatt got in that foul trouble early. She did not score in the first half. Maddie Metellic leading the way for Speedway with 9. Haley Clampett with 8. 2 by Katie Taylor, 2 by Grace Tiki, and a single point by Aubrey Loyal. But the most striking statistic in the first half, though, Coach, 25 turnovers by Speedway, 14 by Covenant Christian. It's amazing that Speedway's still leading this thing by 5.
Yeah, you could say that. They got it. You got to limit your turnovers. You're on a pace of getting 50 turnovers and maybe only 44 points. That ratio won't win you many games.
Not at all. By the way, tonight's game brought to you in part by LiUNA. They're the Build America Union, 500,000 strong, fighting for better wages and benefits, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. We are LiUNA. Here we go, third quarter.
I want to thank Giacomo's Pizza for bringing us pizza tonight.
And we'll be naming the Giacomo's Player of the Game.
And also want to thank the cookies that came with that. There's cookies in there.
I didn't know that. You just told me it was pizza.
Well, there's cookies.
All right, it'll be Speedway basketball. That is Metallic on the drive. Almost lost it for another turnover, and they do. So now 26 turnovers. Not a good way to start the second half for the Spark Plugs. Wide open three from the top is good. That'll be Gabby Neitz, who now has 6. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-point ball game.
She got a nice little shot.
Yeah. Speedway with it once again. And a whistle and a blocking foul on this shot. It'll be a 2-shot foul for Speedway. I would love to have been in the locker room as Katie Taylor goes to the line in the Speedway locker room and see what their coach had to say about the turnovers. What would you tell your team?
I wouldn't be talking to my team.
You wouldn't be talking to your team?
I would let my assistants talk.
By the way, Emmy Flatt just picked up her 3rd. So your team's leading scorer and rebounder out of the ball game again. Second free throw good by Taylor. She now has 3. 23-20 your score. Zone trap again. Good ball movement there for the Warriors. They have not really had to shoot it too much from the outside, and when they have, they've had success between Jankowski and Neitz, but another turnover. And as we head the other way, a whistle, and they give it right back. 27. My sheet only goes so far down here, Coach.
I see that.
There's that zone trap. It has slowed the Warriors down. Off-balance shot, no good by Izzy Flatt. They're another one and done. It's been a lot tonight in the one and done department for Covenant. They haven't had too many offensive rebounds. The kick out here is Metallic for 3. That's a brick. And a foul in the backcourt against the Spark Plugs.
No sense of fouling 85 feet away from the basket.
They've hit 1 3. That was Metallic. Other than that, most every other 3 they've had has either been an air ball or really, really off shot. Last foul on Emma Crane. That's going to be her 3rd.
No, that's Speedway foul.
Oh, that's right, Speedway. So take that back. That's going to be Haberman Smith. Shot is missed. Rebound by Haberman Smith. So that's good news that Emma Crane didn't pick up her 3rd. The drive and a blind pass, run down in the corner, and then launching a 3 off the side of the backboard. Second straight that has not been close, and then Covenant turns it over. So the Spark Plugs will get it back, still holding on to a 3-point lead. Slow start offensively to begin this third quarter for both these teams. Metallic across the timeline, turned it over. And a foul on Metallic. One thing, and I can tell you right now, and I know you know this, you just saw that. Metallic, instead of getting down with the basketball and the crossover pullback to get to the other hand, she's going right in front of her and standing straight up.
Yes.
That's fundamental basketball.
It's 28 turnovers.
Yes, it is.
And then you're shooting a three-pointer when you don't have to shoot a three-pointer.
And that was way off the mark. So now Speedway. Metallic, pass at her feet, able to get it back. Almost throws away for a second time. Metallic turns into the lane. Lost this one. They keep the possession, but a foul call against Covenant, and that will put 32 at the line, which is Haley Clampett. Clampett a chance to get into double figures. Jankowski does pick up number 3, so Emmy Flatt and Abby Jankowski, your 2 leading scorers, now with 3 each, and the free throws badly missed. Hafner back in for Covenant. Second free throw good. 9 now for Clampett. There's the trap once again. Covenant almost threw it away. The drive, the feed down low, and the layup good. Looked like Hafner. Actually going to be Izzy Flatt. So Izzy, number 11, not 21, Hafner. Flatt has 4. It is now 24-22, your score. Ball almost turned over. Baseline drive by Metelic. Got it inside, and a foul called against Covenant. That may be Emma Crane, number 3. We wait and see if it is. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Officially Human. Their mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and the court. Make sure you do your part. Practice good sportsmanship. No officials, no games. Clampett hits the first of 2. She's now double figures with 10. That last foul was on Emma Crane. That's her 3rd. Second free throw missed. And the rebound, Izzy Flatt. So now, Emmy Flatt, Jankowski, and Emma Crane all have 3. Here's a shot on the way off the front of the rim. No good. Covenant will get it back. Trying to be patient in the half court against that 2-3. They've had good ball movement here. Unfortunately, have not had a good look. There's a 3 on the way, and that's no good. Last shot there by 21, which was Hafner, and then that's off the glass and good. That's going to be Metelic. She now has 12. 27-22. Back the other way, and a foul on the 3, which is a cardinal sin in basketball, and that's going to put Hafner at the line. How often do you see anybody block a 3-point shot?
It doesn't happen very often.
No. That's why the coaches will tell you not to do it. Fouls on Katie Taylor. That's going to be her 2nd. Free throw good by Hafner. She is now in the scoring column. Second free throw, no good. Into the lineup now for the Spark Plugs will be Gracie Tinky. Tinky with 2 points in the first half. 3rd free throw is good. 2 of 3 for Hafner. Lead at 5. Spark Plugs back the other way. And they turn it over again. That's 4 in the second half, 29 overall. They have surpassed their season average. Covenant almost turned it over as well. Shots on the way and good. It's going to be Hafner. Now it's down to 1.
You play not very good, and you're only down by 1.
Yeah. And on the other side, you've turned the ball over a ton, and yet you're up by 1. Metelic inside to Clampett. Good man-to-man defense here by Covenant. Very, very stiff man-to-man so far. Coming up on 2.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Shot from 3 by Metelic. They'll get the offensive rebound. Metelic again is short. And another offensive rebound. Here's a three from the top. That's going to be missed. Another offensive rebound for the Sparkplugs. And a foul called against Covenant. They will get Gabby Neitz on the foul. That's going to be her first. That is the fourth team foul. And Tinky at the line for 2 shots, but too many offensive rebounds given up by Covenant. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent, proudly representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Call him at 317-894-7000 for coverage information. Second free throw's on the way, no good. The long rebound and a tie-up, and the possession arrow will go in favor of Speedway. Nope, they're going to say it will be Covenant ball. (27) or actually 28-26 your score. Speedway leads it by 2, and they'll come back out in that zone trap. Almost force a turnover. Back in the line it will be Bonser for Covenant. Baseline drive, shot is long by Izzy Flatt. Again, one and done on that possession. Back the other way we go. Metelic lost it in the lane. Now 30 turnovers for Speedway. Here's a shot, three-pointer, up and good. As Hafner now has 7 in the quarter. And Covenant has taken the lead with just about 9 seconds remaining. Should say, yeah, their first lead of the ball game with 90 seconds, I was about ready to say. Ball goes out of play.
So I've had 16 turnovers. I've had 5, 7, 8 fouls, and I'm now up by 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speedway inbounding, and they do get it in play in time. There's Metelic, the kick out, and the three the other way, good. It'll be Tinky. 6 points now for Tinky, and they regain the lead here in the third. Wide open three on the way again, and it'll be 21 Hafner. Coming up big in the third. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Covenant regaining the lead, 32-31 here in the third.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
High school basketball brought to you in part by Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else if you're looking for fresh, amazing food and servers who truly care about your experience? Make sure you check out Aspen Creek Grill. So Covenant regaining the lead, 32-31 with 60 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Speedway would love to get into the fourth with the lead. And, of course, looks like we're going to stay close the rest of the way, and a foul out front against Gabby Neitz. That'll be her second. By the way, the most recent polls are out in girls high school basketball. Lawrence Central is number 1 in 5A, followed by Homestead, Hamilton Southeastern, Norwell, and Center Grove. As Katie Taylor at the line. First free throw is good.
We have seen at Hamilton Southeastern too.
Yes. And by the way, you have seen Silver Creek. They're still number 1 in 3A, followed by Roncalli and Washington tied at number 2, as the second free throw is good. Greensburg is at number 4, Belmont at number 5. We'll check out 2A and 1A in a few moments. 33-32, Speedway regaining the lead. Big quarter for Hafner is really giving this team a spark. She'll go to the other side, miss it. Offensive rebound, put back no good, but a foul on Speedway. And that's going to put Emmy Flatt at the line looking for her first points of the night. Emmy Flatt averaging 9 points and 7 rebounds per game. And she's on the board. In 2A, North Knox number 1, followed by Rensselaer Central, LaPel, Eastside, and Whitco. And in single A, it's Borden, Marquette Catholic, Elkhart Christian, Orleans, and Fremont. Those are your top 5 in all 4 classes. Second free throw, no good. Offensive rebound, Bonser. Another chance here with under 30 seconds to go, tied at 33. The shot fake, the drive, way off the mark by Emmy Flatt, and it'll be Sparkplug basketball. They'll get it to Metallic. Metallic across the timeline. I think they're going to try to play for 1. Metallic, the double high screen, picks up her dribble, and we have a foul call against Bonser, and that'll be her first, and that's going to put Metallic at the line. At that stage, Coach, you just tell them, play good defense. We've got them out by the volleyball line. No need to foul. Metallic, first one is good. She's now 3 of 3 from the line. She has 13 points, averaging 14.4. Into the lineup now will be Rademacher. All 4 of her points coming in the first half. Speedway will now take a 2-point lead. Got to get one off quick right here. Speedway chasing on defense and a little bit too hard on the pass, in and out of the hands of Emma Crane. Third turnover the second half, 17 overall now for Covenant Christian. 3.1, plenty of time to get off a good look. Only 2 field goals in the third for Speedway. From half court, it's on the way and good. How about that shot? At the buzzer, it'll be Katie Taylor for 3 against a double team at midcourt. We will head to the fourth quarter. Speedway on top, 38-33.
Fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
Countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Averaging 14 a game. We're back once again, 38-33 Speedway after the 3 by Katie Taylor from half court. Acted like she's done that all along, right?
Yeah.
14 points by Metallic. Drive to the baseline, nothing there. Metelic again. Here comes the double team. The floater off the side of the backboard. Will head the other way. And that's off the foot of number 13, Rademacher. That'll be the 18th turnover now by Covenant.
You don't have numbers. You bring the ball across the court, and you set the ball up.
Mentioned the 14 by Metelic, 10 points by Clampett. Ball loose, turnover. That's now 31. Back the other way, and a foul call on Speedway. It is very rare, but it's been done. We had a boys game a couple of years ago. You and I did that game where a team had 35 turnovers and they actually won the game. We might see the same thing here tonight. That last foul called on Aubrey Loyal. That is her first. Free throw missed. Emma Crane has been held scoreless so far tonight. Second free throw is up. It is no good. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Covenant. Emmy Flatt with just 1 point tonight. Jankowski has 8.
Emmy Flatt averages 9 points a game. They're leading scorer.
Yeah, foul trouble has hurt her and kept her on the bench a lot. But they got a big lift by Isla Hafner. The drive, the shot is off the mark. Rademacher can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound. The three is going to be missed by Jankowski, and they're going to get it back again. A lot of chasing going on here for Speedway as they cannot come up with a rebound. That is Hafner right there. Boy, turn. You got to turn and face up. The other way, three, no good. And another offensive rebound by Emma Crane. Here's a pull-up shot on the baseline. That's no good. They'll get another offensive rebound and throw it away. All that work, and you came out with nothing. And then Speedway gives it right back. That is now 32 turnovers by the Sparkplugs. Baseline shot no good by Rademacher. And here come the Sparkplugs. And a whistle and a foul. They're going to get Emma Crane, and that should be Emma's fourth. Boy, all that work at the other end of the floor, and you came away with nothing.
They're going to give that to Crane instead of Flatt.
Yeah, Emma Crane, number 4, right?
Number 3.
Okay.
Her third.
Her third. Free throw is up and no good by Metelic. That's her first miss. Still 14 points for Metelic. Leading the way for Covenant Christian is Hafner with 10. Second free throw is good, now 15 for Metelic. Lead is at 6. See what Covenant can do here. Opposite, throw up, and good. That's going to be Hafner now with 13. Hafner has 3 3-pointers in the second half. Lead is at 3. Ball loose. Speedway keeps it, and they pick up the garbage and lay it in. By the way, that last 2 by Clampett, she has 12. Zone defense once again. The shot no good from the free throw line. Foul called against Covenant. They'll get Rademacher on the foul. That's her third. Boy, you figure at this stage if Speedway can just hold on to the basketball. Now they've cut down the turnovers in the second half, and I say that and they turn it over. That's 8. Back the other way we go. That's way short. Offensive rebound, put back good. That'll be Emma Crane. First basket of the night off the miss from Hafner. And all of a sudden it's a 3-point ball game again. And the ball almost turned over by the Sparkplugs, but they're going to get a full timeout on this one. Speedway leads at 41-38.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. If you'd like to volunteer or need more information, call 317-686-6239. Close one here.
You'll be busy Thursday morning, won't you?
9 o'clock. It'll be the ever so famous, what do they call that again? There you go.
Drumstick
the drumstick
dash.
dash. Turnover there by Speedway. Turnaround jumper off the mark. Offensive rebound. Put back. Good by Izzy Flatt. And she'll go to the line. Off the miss by Rademacher. Yeah, 9 o'clock is when we start. And by the way, Thursday morning it's supposed to be in the 20s when we get started. Not the 60s like today.
Enjoy yourself.
I will.
Okay.
I only signed up because I thought somebody I knew was going to be in it, but apparently he's not going to be there now. Free throw good. Izzy Flatt completing the three-point play. That last foul on Haberman Smith, and we're tied at 41. I remember back in August when somebody told me they were going to be there. You know who that guy was?
He was under the weather.
Speedway on the attack. They'll get it once again to Metallic and splits the double team, and I think they may have gotten a foul on the Warriors. Izzy Flatt will pick up her first. Back in the lineup will be Aubrey Loyal, now for Speedway. The entry pass down low and a shot way off the mark as Katie Taylor can't get it to go. Warriors back the other way.
Oh, she traveled.
They'll get a wide open shot on the wing. Good once again by Hafner.
She's kept him in the game.
16 points, and Covenant leads it by 3. So now Speedway playing from behind halfway through the quarter. Nice pass down low, basket good. Clampett once again. Clampett has 14. There is a timeout on the floor. It is a 30-second timeout, and we want to remind you tonight's game is brought to you in part by LifeWise Academy. LifeWise programs support educators and communities by improving student outcomes. With LifeWise Academy, your community can bring biblical values back into the classroom. Give them a call at 614-367-5767. Want to remind you, when we're done here, we will jump out real quick, and then we'll have the boys' game probably about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this contest here on IndianaSRN.
That's 25.
You sure?
Yeah.
I swear I'll count it. Is 25 close to 30?
Yes.
Okay. Covenant basketball leading it by 1.
From where I'm from, yes.
Yes. There's the hot hand right there, Hafner. Off the screen, pull-up 3 is no good. Coming up empty is Rademacher. Now Speedway a chance to regain the lead. Nice pass down low, layup good by Clampett. 16 now by Clampett. And now Speedway leads it by 1. 3 back the other way. Boy, she was feeling it for sure as Hafner almost got another one. And as we head the other way, it's going to be a foul call. And I think they got Rademacher for number 4. They'll take it out on the baseline. That is the 4th team foul on the Warriors. Thanksgiving this week, and I'm sure you have a lot of big plans, right, for Thanksgiving?
Staying home.
Staying home. You won't be one of the millions going 50 miles or more, right?
Oh, no.
Here's a 3 on the way. That's another air ball. Not the best shot that time by Aubrey Loyal. The only thing I don't like about that shot, number 1, is it's a 3 that she probably shouldn't have taken. But number 2, she did that little hop, and she never got her feet under her at all. If she would catch, stabilize herself with a good base, she might have a chance.
I'm surprised they didn't call the travel on the hop.
I am too. Way too much hopping going on in basketball. The drive down the lane with a left hand, good. Jankowski now double figures with 10. Now Covenant leads it by 1, under 3 minutes remaining. Speedway turns it over for the 10th time in the second half. They're now up to 35 turnovers, and yet they're still only down by 1.
Did we tell people how much of a rivalry this is?
No.
Since they're only 8 miles away from each other?
We did not.
This is a big-time rivalry.
We should tell them that.
You'll see it in the boys' game, definitely.
I bet we will. Almost losing the basketball, Emma Crane. The drive, shot way short there by Izzy Flatt. Speedway chance to take the lead now. Question is, will they turn it over or will they even get a shot off? Good defense again by the Warriors. Seeing a pass like that right at the feet almost can turn you over again. We've got a foul call. That's going to be the 5th team foul, so we are now in the double bonus. So free throws here for Metallic. And these are big free throws. Metallic has missed just once. Their best player, and connects on that one. Tied at 46. Second free throw is good. That's what you expect your best player to do. Hit some key free throws, and now Speedway leads it by 1. Coming into the lineup will be Jenna Rademacher. It'll give Covenant an extra shooter from the outside. That Speedway zone stays intact. Nope, they're going to go man-to-man on this one. The drive, the floater with the left hand is no good. Jankowski can't get it, but another offensive rebound for the Warriors. That is Hafner. Jankowski. Lob pass on the wing. The guard there by Clampett. The drive, no man's land, and that was really out of control that time on the shot by Emmy Flatt. So now Speedway, they lead it by 1. They don't have to score again if they can hold on to the basketball with just over a minute remaining. But the question is, will they turn it over again? 35 turnovers. The drive, nice feed inside, and the layup good by Clampett. 18 by Clampett, and Speedway now leads it by 3 with 57.2 seconds remaining, and it is a full timeout. We'll take
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get 'em.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the
49-46 your score. Speedway with a 3-point lead. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Morales Group Staffing. They're in business to create a better future for you, your family, and the community we share. Whether you're looking for the right career or the perfect candidate, they're here to help. Give them a call, 317-472-7600. Covenant under a minute remaining, down by 3. Question is, do they go for 3 here or try to go 2 for 1? And they've been able to force a lot of turnovers here tonight as Speedway stays in that man-to-man, and that's going to be a turnover. The one thing the Warriors could not do, and they turned it over. 6 in the second half, 20 on the night for the Warriors. Substitutions both ways. Speedway will try to get as many ball handlers in the lineup as they can. No guarantees for Speedway holding onto the ball with those 35 turnovers. They do get it in play, and they'll go right to where they shouldn't go. The entry pass will find Clampett, and then they'll bring it outside. And Covenant will have to foul the reach against Bonser, and that's going to put Speedway at the line. Katie Taylor, chance to get into double figures. Hit that big 3 to end the third quarter. The free throw is missed. If she hits 1, it's a 2-possession game. Changes again for Covenant. They had to bring Emma Crane back in. And it looks like we have another timeout. And this will be a full timeout.
It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
Back here at Covenant Christian, 49-46. We will head to the free throw line. Katie Taylor, we mentioned before the break, a chance here to get into double figures. And the first one is missed. So still a one-possession game as we're at 20 seconds remaining in the fourth. The entry pass, the turn inside, and a foul call. That'll put Emmy Flatt at the line. So now the question is, if you hit them both, it's a 49-48 game. Do you make one, miss one, try to get the ball back? Do you try to force a turnover?
Oh, you make them both.
A lot can happen here. Well, you better make the first one then, huh? That last foul was on Clampett, her second. Don't forget, we'll be naming the Giacomo Pizza Player of the Game when we're done, and then we'll break for a few minutes and get ready for the boys' game. Second free throw. Flat delivers. So far, just 2 free throws tonight by Emmy Flatt. Got into foul trouble early, and it really hurt her ability to just even get involved in the game. And with this timeout, Speedway will have to set it up against the full court trap or full court man-to-man, it'd be my guess. So far, Metallic 17 points. Clampett has 18. 8 points tonight by Taylor. And 6 points by Tinky. Those are your leading scores for Speedway. Leading the way for Covenant Christian, 16 by Hafner. All those points off the bench. She only averages 4. 10 points by Jankowski tonight, and 7 by Izzy Flatt, 6 by Gabby Neitz, and Jenna Rademacher has 4. So it will be full court man-to-man. They'll try to deny everything. And Speedway can't get it in play. They call the timeout. The one thing that bothered me about that inbound is nobody really went to get the ball. You had one player split one way, one player split the other. Generally have that player in the middle come quickly to the ball to get it inside, right?
Did she make that free throw?
Are you talking about?
Emmy Flatt made the free throw, right?
Yeah.
Then she could have ran the baseline.
Right.
Why didn't she run the baseline?
That's a good question. There's going to be a lot of whys after this game. You know that.
You can't run the baseline now because you called it dead, because you called timeout.
That's right.
So you made the ball become dead again.
Yes. And you better make sure that's very clear.
Well, you got to ask the officials, can I run the baseline?
Right. So they'll inbound again, and a quick foul.
See, I wouldn't have fouled her. I would have let her churn and dribble and see if she...
And you're right, because you had the double team. You might force a turnover there. Plus, you had her against the sideline. That's your extra defender. Izzy Flatt picked up her second. Taylor at the line. Taylor went 0 for 2 in her last trip. She has missed 3 from the free throw line, but makes the ever important first one. One more, and it's a 2-possession game with 15 seconds remaining. Second free throw good. Another timeout for Covenant. They're going to have to work very quick. They've got to look for a 3.
So there is talk in the ranks that they are going to bring up the advancement of the timeout during a timeout. Your thoughts about that?
I don't like it.
Well, you like the shot clock.
Well, that's 2 different things.
Okay. Why not the advancement?
Well, if you want to advance it, you get the ball in and you advance it. If you don't get it, you shouldn't get it up here. Why are you penalizing the defense by allowing them to have the ball over here?
It's an offensive game.
Yeah. You asked me and I told you.
Well, that's why I don't like the shot clock.
Why not? You liked the shot clock at the end of last year. (51-47). They'll inbound. Don't need to foul here, and they're going to. They had a foul. They have 2 to give. And that's a smart play right there. If you're going to get that ball past half court, is go ahead and foul. Well, I'm still telling you, the shot clock is going to happen.
Well, I hope the white jerseys come first.
Well, I hope they just give us clear numbers all the time. No more dark on dark, ever. Still a two-possession game, 11.4. Whatever you do here, don't foul, especially on a three-point bucket attempt. A lot of time coming off the clock, and I just said don't do that, and you just did it. Haberman Smith, I believe, just fouled out. That's the second time we have seen Speedway foul on a three-point attempt. Rademacher at the line. That's a situation again, Coach. Just challenge the shot. Even if you make it, time's going to run out.
Yes, sir. You got to make all three of these.
You make all three, you deny the inbound pass, you get a steal, throw it in, it's over. And all of a sudden you win, right?
Yes.
I mean, you take that chance. First free throw is up and good. Oh, my.
We're close. Look how close that is. Considering we have 35 turnovers against Speedway and 20 for Covenant Christian. It's,
you know, for you and I, it'll be the second time if Speedway wins, and you and I have done them both, where the winning team has had 35 turnovers.
Get off the line. You don't need to be on the line. Oh, they're going to try to miss this thing. She's going to try to miss this thing.
I believe they think that's her only chance. But you better make sure you hit the rim.
You got to go long.
Missed it. Rebound Speedway and a quick foul at 1.8.
It's over.
At the line, Metallic. Metallic with 14 points, but it was Haley Clampett who came up big with 8 points in this fourth quarter. In fact, she scored the only baskets for Speedway in this quarter. Free throw missed.
Good move, Coach Smith. Get them off the line.
Yep. Now,
tell her, miss it.
If she misses, you get the rebound, you chuck it, you never know.
You miss it. You miss this. You miss this shot.
Anybody got a good baseball arm here? Second free throw is good.
Okay, maybe you don't miss it.
Got inbound here. It's a 3-point lead. They will not get the final shot off. And Speedway, despite 35 turnovers, they win it tonight, 52-49. Speedway evens their record at 3-3. Covenant Christian will fall to 3-5 with the loss here this evening. It's time to name the Giacomo Pizza Player of the Game. And I mentioned a little bit ago with Haley Clampett, she scored all 4 of the baskets by Speedway in the fourth quarter. She is the Giacomo Pizza Player of the Game. All right, stay right there. We'll be back in a few minutes. We'll have the boys' game as part of our doubleheader here tonight, high school basketball on IndianaSRN.